Hey guys, back with some Australian Highlander gameplay. This one is Eldrazi versus red-white equipment. On the draw for game one. Got an interesting hand which gets to charge the amulet to start off and then play City of Traders and play Mystic Forge. So turn 2 Mystic Forge, and if I draw a green source I can do Myco Spawn instead if I prefer to do that, and a probe to see what else we can find. And if I draw a 7-drop to imprint on the Ugin's Lab, then that can give me some other options as well. So we'll try this one out. We're still in a Great Furnace, so for me I guess that's bots, but doesn't really affect how we play this first turn. Once we see the probe, it reveals a bit more information. Looks more like Moonshine once they show Greaves, Cassandra, and Lion Sash. Greaves is a bit strange in Moonshine, but yeah, at this point it just looks like a red-white kind of mid-rangey deck. The probe does find us a Ulamog, so that means we've got a few more options now. That means we can actually play turn 2 Myco Spawn off the City Traders if I want to. Still going to charge the Amulet, and they just play Lion Sash for turn. So I've got the 4 mana, and I don't really want to sink the City of Traders just yet. I think I'm going to be tapping a lot of mana this game, so saving the City of Traders a little bit longer seems preferable. So we'll just lead on the Mystic Forge and see what it can do for us. We're not under too much pressure from the Lion Sash. It's pretty, well, not that scary against, well, from my point of view. See a map on top, which isn't bad. I can go get us a Urza's Tower, which is nice with our Planar Nexus. Let's see where we go from there. They untap, they draw a Rugged Prairie for the turn, and play their Cassandra. Gonna go get their Spear, get him for 1, oh, for 3. But nothing too scary just yet. Draw the map for turn. We see Emrakul the Promised End on top with Mystic Forge, so not really too interested in keeping that one, trying to make that work. We'll just get rid of it and see what else is on top before we use the map to shuffle. Glad I did that because we found an Eldrazi Confluence, so that's a very nice one. Happy to just, I think I play out the map, play the Urza's Workshop, which is now online for 2 mana, and now Confluence can kill both of these at instant speed and make a Scion, most likely, the modes that we'll pick. With that plan in mind, I'm going to try and let them equip the Spear just to waste their mana a little bit. Obviously, Spear equip on the Cassandras really must be something that they want to be going for, so I'll let them give them that option and try and make them waste their mana, which they do. And they play the Greaves, and they go to equip. So now, yeah, they've pretty much wasted their turn, and we get to Confluence the board, make a Scion, and just be in a great spot. We get a Thought Knot, which might have a relevant target here. I'll play that floor cracking map just so we don't lose out on it. So there's Glimmer Lens and Shadow Spear, so nothing too frightening. I think I take the Glimmer Lens. Play an It That Heralds the End off the top as well. And yeah, we've got a pretty commanding board. Heaps of gas still in the pipeline with the Forge. They're just going to play Shadow Spear for turn. No creature means these equipments don't really matter this turn, which is nice. So yeah, we can just kind of do our own thing for a little bit. I get the Thespian stage here because I've got the Myco Spawn. There's I should be able to put together Dark Depths Thespian Stage this turn. And I think I've just got enough mana that I can kick the Microspawn to hit the Saga and then have that up, which is just, yeah, that's covers their best angle of attack and gives me a really good plan as well. So they have to deal with. I actually ended up getting Eye of Ugin. I made a error here where I could have activated the Urza's Workshop for 2 mana, but I correct the map first, so it meant I lost that ability, which meant I was 1 mana short of doing that Dark Depths line that I was discussing. So with that plan going, I can instead I'll just get the Eye of Ugin and play out the Repurposer. Either way, this still gives me a commanding board. Very unlikely that they can put much together that can rival this, and if they do, then I've got Mystic Forge still going, got a removal spell, and I've got plenty more gas. And I can just activate Eye of Ugin, so yeah, feeling pretty good. They find Stoneforge, and at this point they kind of show their hand more so to what their deck is doing. They've shown 3 equipments at this point, but this 4th equipment really shows that they're focused on the kind of equipment sub theme. Pretty cool. It's scary to see this. If it said equip abilities cost 2 less, then they could go play this, equip, Greaves, attack, and maybe string something together there, but they're just a little bit short on mana this turn to really make an impactful creature out of this one. So yeah. They could have equipped the Shadow Spear and made a 4/4 or a 3/3 double strike blocker, but at the end of the day, I get to Devour, remove the double strike equipment, and just attack with everything. Sorry about that. So on the draw, the 7 just has 1 land, not really an option to keep that. The 6 has a Serum Powder, so the hand isn't really good enough on its own standing to keep, so I'm going to Serum Powder it. Interesting thing to note when you Serum Powder, if you haven't seen it before, is you resolve your normal mulligan to 6, so if we do select the powder, it means we get to put 1 card on the bottom and then exile the rest. So I'll keep the Mana Vault because it's appointed and probably the best card in the hand, and then you get to exile the rest, which is pretty good. So get rid of a bunch of non-pointed cards and protect the one that is pointed. This 6 showed us a hand that almost does something, but the Guy's Cradle's showing it can be a bit awkward. Also, the Eye of Ugin, I've only actually got the ability to tap for 1 mana right now, but that's what you sign up for when you put these lands in your deck. So I'll take a mulligan. Oh, I do end up keeping this one. If it finds a creature, then you can turn on the Cradle. This hand was a bit sketchy. I think in retrospect I should have mulled it, but that's right. I'm not going to misstep Mum. I'm a colorless deck. I'm not really concerned about it. We got a redraw with the bauble as well, so we can try and string something together, but yeah, the hand looks a little silly right now. They've got a Glimmer Lens, which is pretty good. Makes me wish I misstepped the Mum. Now they can just start drawing a card every turn. Hand is not really coming together, but at least I get to misstep the Sagada's Aid. But pretty far behind, taking 3 each turn and then drawing an extra card. Definitely want to get this Thief of Existence going ASAP to get rid of the Glimmer Lens. But Cradle's not really helping me out in that regard. Yeah, really need to find something soon. They're kind of popping off with all their equipment, and a Fire's Glass as well. To if they activate this twice, they'll be able to just attack without me being able to do anything really. Do find a Haywire Might, so that's a pretty good find. Play that, turns on the Cradle, and then now I can play the Thief of Existence. So now we're kind of back in the game. They moon me, which is a bit rude, but the board's somewhat stable. Golos can go grab the basic forest, and then we can at least staring off of that. So, feeling pretty comfortable. I'm happy to make an attack here, because the Golos covers the board as is. They pathed me, and I've only got one basic, so kind of wish I didn't get the forest immediately with the Golos, but that's okay. They equip, so not too bad. I've got my 3/5 to cover that. At this point, I can either Haywire Might the Moon or Stirrings first. I think I might first. Oh, no, I don't mind. I think I'm fine just to Stirrings and like kind of set up one more turn. And I get to make a pretty nice line where I crack map, get Dark Depths, and then when the moon goes away, the Dark Depths is back with 0 counters, and then you get the Merit Lage immediately. So, pretty good line. I think it might have made more sense to just play the map, crack it, get the Dark Depths, and then Haywire Might, Blood Moon, end of turn. That's probably what I should have done in retrospect, but I missed it at the time. They're popping off a little bit with a Pure Steel, Lava Spur Boots, Blacksmith's Talent to make another equipment to draw another card, and they've got Metalcraft now, so they're kind of off to the races. They're getting for a decent lifelink hit, so they are above 20 at this point, so the Dark Depths is no longer one-shotting. Important to note, you need to tap your Iovugan and Dark Depths whilst the Blood Moon's still down before you get rid of it. So float 2 red, use the Might to kill the Blood Moon, get my Merit Lage. This unlocks the Cradle, so that means I can Wastegate, kill the... I think I hit the Lava Spur Boots just because Hasty... I'm really scared of them going like another equipment, large creature, move all the equipment over to it, and then attack. So if I can just kill the haste enabler, that's probably the best way to go about things. Get a Saga just for a bit more action on the next couple turns. I also don't mind kind of pumping the brakes a little bit here with the Merit Lage as a good, decent blocker. Notably, it is a black creature, so Mum can let something get through it. It's a little scary. But if they do go pro-black, then I can at least block with the Golos and the Wastegate. They kind of accumulate a pretty big board at this point, so they've drawn more cards with the Pure Steel equipment, got the Mabel to make another equipment, chucked it all on this Rebel, and then when the equipped creature attacks, it's going to get double strike, so it's going to have pro-black to get through the Merit Lage, and then it's definitely going to force at least a chump. Not the end of the world, because I've got all this dust waiting in the ranks. Again, Merit Lage being awkward in some ways awkward, but in other ways good. In this spot, it's not good though, that it's a black creature. So it's going to get caught up in all this dust. was going to cast it pre-combat, and then I realized I better attack with my Merit Lage before I lose it. So make a Saga token because I still have enough mana to all his dust thanks to the Guy's Cradle. They put together a pretty good board to kind of rebound from this all his dust. They use the Crag Flame to give a haste, which means that they can give Arden Pro Colorless. And then the beginning of combat, Arden says you can move any number of equipment onto it. So they're thinking they can put the Crag Flame, Shadow Spear, and the sword onto it, and attack in for a fair bit of trample damage. Then I guess we both realize that Pro Colorless means that the equipment can't attach to it, so that trigger figure effectively fizzles, and I get to untap, draw a card, which is super fortunate, stopping all the equipment. It's a little bit awkward that Khan stopping the equipment doesn't actually stop the Arden trigger, but I've got that much spare mana right now that I can. I forego making the construct with the Saga, but it means I can go Khan for Mycosynth, and the Mycosynth makes everything an artifact, so the construct becomes even bigger, and that means that it can easily block the Arden now. And then if the board's locked up with Khan Mycosynth, then yeah, there's really no outs for him. And that was the match.